And something happened that might seem like a minor historical event, but it turned out to be very major. King Ptolemy II summoned, there were different versions of this. One version is that he summoned 5 rabbis to Alexandria to translate the Torah. Another version is that it was 72. Probably heard of the Septuagint, which means the 70. Well, the Talmud says it was 72, but who cares about the 2? They rounded off to 70. Some say that there were 2 different efforts. One with 5 rabbis were challenged to translate, some say, and another time is 72. Some say it's the same event, maybe 5 were the principal ones. Whatever it is, one thing is clear, that we know that these rabbis were summoned to Jerusalem, to Alexandria, to translate the Torah into Greek. And the reason for that is Ptolemy, there were so many Jews living in Egypt at that time. The diaspora was larger than the number of Jews in Israel. Jews remained in Babylonia. Jews moved to Egypt. Part of it was not at their own will, because they were taken slaves by one of the Greek monarchs that lived after Alexander. But whatever it was, Jews were a very significant population in Egypt, and King Ptolemy II, who was more favorably disposed towards the Jewish people, or he was more open-minded, was very much intrigued by the Torah, the book that the Jewish people use to run their lives. So he wanted it translated so it can be stored in the big library in Alexandria with all the other classics. So he summoned these rabbis, and he was very, very demanding that they translate it accurately. According to one version, he threatened to kill them if they don't translate it accurately. So here you have 72 rabbis, and they're all put into 72 different chambers. So they couldn't connect with one another. They couldn't correspond. And you know how rabbis always disagree. This was one of the great miracles. 72 rabbis all agreed. That's one of the greatest miracles. They all agreed without conspiring, without talking to one another. And they translated the Torah identically. And not only that, but in 13 places they altered the translation from the original because of fear that it might be misinterpreted by the king and it might hurt the Jewish people. They all thought of the same 13 changes.